Okay. So what exactly do you got here?
It's a World War II ammunition handcart.
All right, do you know much about it?
It's a rusty old car with broken down tires. What else do you need to know?
Believe it or not, I got it out of a garbage pile.
It looks like it belongs in a garbage pile. So how would this work? Would you like hook it up to a horse?
I imagine there was a handle right there, but you would hook it up to a Jeep if you needed to, just moving stuff around. The thing's built like a tank. I mean, obviously it was built so it could be shot. Do you know which company made it or anything like that?
There's a placard on it that just tells what area it came from.
Okay, we got hand carts and Rock Island Arsenal. It's from World War II, I imagine. Basically, every bit of industry was making something for the war. You know, most people don't realize this. During World War II, there was no cars made for personal use. The saying was, stop making what you're making, start making stuff for the war. During World War II, America's policy was basically all hands on deck. Everyone was expected to help with the war effort. And a cart like this was an important piece of equipment. It could haul ammo, food, medical supplies. And in a pinch, you could throw a wounded soldier on it and bring him back from the battlefield. Fully restored, these things can fetch a pretty penny. So how much you want for this thing?
I actually had it in a paper for sale with zero research. I put it in for $500.
So obviously it didn't sell for $500.
Not yet.
All right. Yeah, I mean, the one great thing you do have is it's all here. I mean, it looks neat, it looks interesting. There's a lot of collectors for stuff from World War II. My problem is, I don't even know if it'd be worth fixing up. Do you mind if I call someone? I got one buddy who knows about this stuff, and if it's not worth restoring, he might buy it off you for parts.
All right.
All right?
It's a rare find, because most of them went to Europe during World War II. They were used to carry everything from food to a .50 caliber machine gun. Even mortars were put in these things. This is probably made in the early 40s, and they were pretty useful. As a matter of fact, in the 1962 movie, The Longest Day, when the Duke got wounded, they put him in here and carried him into battle. It is just really cool, and they're friggin' hard to find.
Good news for me, I guess, huh?
Yeah. When I walked in, I knew it was a handcart from World War II. Everything was carried in them. Felt sorry for the guys that had to pull them, but these things went all over Europe, and they pulled a lot of things and put a lot of miles on them.
So how much is this thing worth the way it sits?
Well, these were selling for $1,500 to $2,000 in this condition.
Really? Because I thought it was a complete piece of myself.
In a restored condition, you could almost double that, because they want it. If it looks like the real thing, they're happy with it.
All right, so tell me, how much would it cost to restore it?
Probably talking about $1,200 to $1,400.
Honestly, I didn't think it was worth that much either.
I'm still sort of like baffled. I'll tell you what, I'll give you $400 for it.
That's not too far off of what I was asking in the paper, so I'll take $400 if you'll take a picture of it when you finish it.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture when I finish
That'd
it.
be cool, all right.
I bought a really cool World War II ammunition cart, and my buddy Bob has been restoring it. There's always hidden cost in restorations, and I hope when it's all said and done, there's some room for some serious profit here.
So what do you guys think? Well?
This thing looks pretty good.
It does look cool.
Looks straight out of G.I. Joe, the movie.
Well, hey, we'll grab our rifles, we'll grab our guns, and we'll join.
It doesn't look anything what it looked like.
No. Well, it took a lot of work. Actually, this little small thing was so intense to get it done. It was pretty tough.
What'd you have to do?
Well, I ripped the floor out, and I actually made new ribs for it. I put all the original holes where they're supposed to be. So that way, if you want to mount a .50 caliber in here, you can.
Okay.
And I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely shocked that it looks like this thing right here, because when I gave it to you, it looked like hell.
You gotta realize this thing went through World War II. You know, it was just a tough life this thing had.
You were telling me before, these sell for like $2,500?
I'll be honest with you, I would start at $2,800 and feel where you're comfortable from there. I wouldn't let it go for a dime less. Because the collectors that go for these, you know, it's gotta be original, and with the numbers on there, it pops.
So what do the numbers mean?
It's the 6th Vehicle Headquarters, 3rd Division, so you should be able to get a good price for it.
Big question, how much are you?
Well, like I said, I told you 1,400, and that's it.
Okay, let me go pay you.
Let me see what it gets like with a little weight in here.
So you can pull 185 pounds?
Yeah, but you're more like 240.
Chum looked like a real soldier pulling Rick around. I'm surprised Rick even got in the cart.
Slow down, chump, slow down.